with the General and Snakebite.
Remember, this Space Station roster made every grand finals last year. They were the best average placing team in the HCS. And they are now on the cusp of being eliminated here in 3rd place as FaZe look to try and get into that grand finals. Already, we see one of those steals that I was talking about. Space Station not able to stop Snakebite from just maneuvering his way into the base and getting a touch already.
Snakebite, one of the fastest flag runners in the HCS. And he made no qualms about getting straight into the base and pulling flag, but unfortunately for him, he does fall. Renegade though with the camouflage behind Stellar. Sizzle Stick goes down. Will take the shields away, but Renegade's not going to step out. He's going to let that do the job itself. Gets tanked up in the back bound. His replacement on SSG gets the better of him here.
You say he's one of the fastest flag runners, and now I just have it in my head of a 100-meter sprint in real life where they have to carry flags. Do you think he'd still be one of the fastest flag runners?
No, I actually don't. Maybe he can get some sort of sneaker deal. Insert brand here. Frosty steps away for a moment. You can see why getting tagged up left, right, and center. Gets taken down. And for Eco, driving his team forward here. Penguin picks up the pieces of the damage that was done elsewhere.
Well, SSG, they're down 2-0 in the series. They need something. They went for the bathroom break, and Eco maybe has rallied the troops. Let's see what the communication's like and jump into a listening.
He's on again. I'm gonna run it. I'm one shot, bro. I'm gonna turn around though. I died.
Watch out the window. Stuck on the pillar.
My fault, it's my fault. Can we relocate.
R2? Try it, man. Yeah, there it is.
R3 and their Jin. Their Jin's one shot.
I'm looking at camo.
Our high hall maybe? Our high hall dead.
P2 to camo.
Yeah, he's weak.
Snakebite might be their car jump.
Just hit a P2 on their side. Your John's P2 their side.
Yo, they're P-jump weak. I'm looking card 3. Our high hall side.
Got him.
John was P2. John was P2.
Looking at it.
I can get it.
RP. One shot P2, 2 P2, 1 RP.
One shot P2 behind on the nades. Dead. Snakebite spawners. Camo's down top mid.
Watch out our troops.
Do that or not?
Ping 2.
I hear you P2.
Dead.
One shot on me P2.
One shot.
Coming back. Where'd you have that? Nice job. Good job.
On me P2. I died. P2.
We get
I have shocks.
Top car.
There would be.
Rebound.
Car 2 weak. Car 1 weak.
Shocks on. Or car out.
Dress down.
The fridge.
Look at our rebridge.
P2 on our flag. P2 on our flag in a pink one.
Weak our P-door. Really weak our P-door.
The bridge.
We should go for someone trying to go. Yeah, good shot, dude.
2 flag.
Other flag. Yeah, I spot P. I'm coming.
Turn our flag.
Our bridge, both of them.
I'm trying right now. I'm coming.
One went. Bridge. Get the flag, get the flag. Bridge.
Our torch is up.
On you, got him.
John's P2.
Our flag weak.
Go back out.
Do that.
John's pink 1 to our front base. And Brad's their pink jump up to pink 2, I think.
I'm looking bottom middle.
John is around there. He could flank.
I think he is.
He's in our fridge. Two here.
I can help. I'm in our
Front
flag.
base weak. 2 shot on the front P. In the fridge.
I think he's one shot.
In the fridge full.
He's not.
Yeah, their flag. Shoot him in the back with the commando.
They're gonna be either court for.
It was quiet to begin with, but starting to get a little bit louder now that Space Station are taking advantage of some slays. They're up by 5 when it comes to their slaying ability here, and maybe that's going to force FaZe Clan back a little bit into their base and give SSG a real chance of getting a cap.
Stark contrast in the communications, it would seem, on the listening. 4 dead then for SSG. Penguin, the first spawner, trying to keep his base safe. As the rest of his members spawn up around them. Renegade done the initial damage. Frosty trying to follow it in here. Stepped out a little too far. And somehow, Eco manages to land the shots onto Renegade. Royal 2 then. Heat wave in hand. Can he cook up a storm? Can he fry some of SSG? Snakebite with the camouflage had the help from Frosty and he needed it.
Can he take something away from what Trippy was able to do in the previous series with that heat wave? He went on an absolute tear, but slightly different in CTF, but Royal 2 still putting it to use. The flag on the move. And that means Royal 2 has a game plan here. It's survive in the back of the base and be a nuisance and eventually pop out and try and surprise SSG.
Is he waiting just a little bit too long? Has finally put some damage down. The flag has been touched. That will reset the timer. It's down in the courtyard. Royal 2 trying to bait it as he now turns his attention back to top middle. He stepped away from the base. A couple of shots will go down. 2 dead for SSG. Frosty in the enemy base. Bound gets absolutely fried to the core. Penguin positioned over towards Carbine. Do they know he's there? Grenade goes down. And it will land at the feet and connect with Penguin. Can they get this flag moving? 3 members of SSG move straight over to Carbine to try and cut this flag off, but all 4 dead fall.
And again, it all comes back from Royal 2 initially in that base with the heatwave. He was a presence, if nothing more, scaring SSG to have to take a certain route. And it meant they were easy pickings as FaZe take the first flag and put themselves one step closer to that grand final.
All 4 dead again. FaZe are starting to cook. And Penguin's in the fridge. Is he just becoming a condiment? Yes, he is. Flag moves courtyard. Shortly up the shroom stairs, the Snakebite tries to clear some angles. But the flag stops in its tracks. SSG on hand to try and send this one home. And perhaps FaZe would look happy to let this one go and reset the map.
Yeah, it was very patient play there from Snakebite. He knew he didn't have to desperate onto that flag. Oh, if you do desperate it, if you give SSG the opening, that's when you leave yourselves open to that potential counter cap. But now Eco has Heatwave, has Camouflage. If anyone's going to get something going here, has to be this map.
Steps away, does Snakebite. Recognizes he's in trouble. 2 members of SSG converge. 2 down. Renegade and Snakebite have to watch their teammates rally here. Another flag will get sent home for SSG. They managed to stay alive here for a moment. Bound slides out, a victim of timing it would seem there though. And FaZe really doing a good job of clearing their base.
You can feel it now for SSG. They're fighting for their tournament lives. They are throwing themselves at FaZe Clan. They're not allowing these flags to just easily transfer across the map. Instead, they are putting everything and their bodies on the line to stop when they can and when it's available. Eco thrusting his way in and out of fights right now. He's been such an awkward player at the back of the base, but Snakebite eventually shuts him down.
Snakebite currently on all the 11s. 11 kills, assists and deaths. Another player having a game to remember right now. Frosty, 27 and 14. That's a snowman, has been heating up. Can Snakebite secure the kill? He can, along with the commendation of a killing spree. 4 minutes 25 on the clock. FaZe currently hold a 1-0 lead.
I hope Frosty doesn't heat up too much because that's slightly concerning if it's a snowman getting hot. Instead, I'd maybe prefer a little bit of a freezing temperature, but it does seem to be like 4 minutes remaining. FaZe Clan still on top. When it comes to Slays, they've got about a 7-kill advantage. So remember, earlier, Space Station had the lead. They had a little bit of control. But ever since that flag was captured, FaZe have kind of used that momentum. They've been on top. They've been holding the right angles. And a couple of camouflages have gone their way, as maybe this next one will as well. Frosty poises himself to grab it, will grab it. And now it's about what you want to do with it. No, he gets denied.
Camouflage falls. Along with 2 members, it actually got scooped up, didn't get the burn. Renegade with it in his chest, just stalking like the Predator. And Renegade wants some candy now, rolling up the fridge with nothing but menace in his eyes. Behind 2 members of SSG here. Some friendly fire, some friendly tags from the sizzle stick, but it matters not. Flag on the move now. Renegade like a UAV trying to download information and pass it to his teammates. Playing so patient, but Stellar spots him out.
Spots him out. He was the last remaining player as well, so this is good for SSG. Brilliant nade from Penguin. And this is the best chance of ever for Space Station to set up and try and break through now into FaZe Clan's base. 3 minutes remaining. It is not a commanding lead by any means, right? It's only a 1 flag lead, and it does remind me of that winners final, how close FaZe were to winning 3-0, being 1 hill away, but then being denied by Optic Gaming. Can maybe SSG start to put something together here? They need to work in tandem, and they need to work as a unit, but Eco's being denied, but 2 have gone down for FaZe. Just seems like every single time Space Station get close, there's someone to do some damage, as though this could be the chance.
Could be a near-V finish. Frosty waits bottom middle to try and stop the flag and head it off the pass. He's been successful, but it's a 2v2 on the map, and you can hear it now as Stella tries to touch base with the flag, has to back away, forced to. Can he pick up the kills here? Renegade's in trouble, flag gets touched, it's on the move, and this could be trouble for FaZe Clan.
3 were dead, Royal 2 is the last remaining player. He tries to do the damage from a distance, but the flag is still moving, and it looks like we might be tying things up here, so Space Station will come to life. It is not done just yet, and we're all tied up, 1-1.
Just under 2 minutes on the clock. Bound with camouflage, coming to life at just the right time. In the 11th hour. Not trying to go out without a fight. Frosty gets shot in the back, tries to back away, has the help, will be a trade, and 3 go down for SSG.
SSG just need to stabilize a little bit. Need to make sure they regain some map control that they lost during that flag run, as they had to, of course, commit so hard to go down for SSG. And that means now FaZe are going to look to try and push in, maybe get a flag full of their own, especially if Renegade gets that kill, and he can start to run this flag.
Opportunity then. If Renegade can round the corner, which he has, avoids the grenades, it does touch him just a little bit to keep his shields to 1 shot. Happy to move this flag anyway. 2 down for SSG right now. Is there anybody that can get a touch? Is there anybody that can answer the call? As Renegade just about fumbles the flag, but it's not enough. 2-1 to FaZe.
A perfect answer from FaZe Clan, and maybe that's going to be the final nail in the coffin here for SSG, and perhaps that incredible run of grand final after grand final may finally come to an end here in Charlotte. 50 seconds, 1 last, maybe 2 pushes here for SSG. But after getting that tied game ripped away from them so quickly, I wonder whether maybe they're going to be bowing their heads in defeat already.
3 dead for SSG. And members of FaZe positioned perfectly here to stop any push. It's desperation for Bound over on the fridge. Will fire a couple of shots, but will go down. Renegade tries to back away. Eco's in a world of hurt in the courtyard. And Frosty hits 4 fresh shots. 15 seconds remain.
FaZe are just going to set themselves up here, make sure that flag can't be taken, but actually a flag gets pulled right under Frosty's nose. Stella gets the first. This has got to be it now for SSG.
Oh!
2 down, but Frosty with a big kill. Make it 3 down. SSG have to get a touch here.
Renegade, it's so important that you get the damage, but the time ran out.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. We've jumped the gun.
Now it has.
Flag gets sent home, and FaZe will be going to the grand finals.